of the major arcana. Here at the Pomegranate major arcana. The star. I mean, it really has to be one extreme to the other, doesn't it? To go from the Tower to the star.
And I know some people get really angry when we see that star as hope. One of my mentors really blasted into me with both barrels because to me she was hope. That's how I learned her. And I think her coming on the heels of the Tower, that devastation, that loss of everything, that destruction, she is the ability to rebuild. She is the ability that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. You know?
I mean, you can't learn the tarot or familiarize yourself with the tarot without being aware of that complete from the Tower to the star. You know, you'd be totally insensitive if you didn't notice those two extremities.
Exactly.
I mean, they're not necessarily gonna often come up like that in a reading, you know, in that order, but when you're getting to know the tarot, you have to kind of like take note of that. That's gorgeous, that picture.
Thank you.
But I think it's a lovely card. It makes me feel relief when I see this card.
There's so much going on in there. I think that she is easily hope because of where she comes in the whole thing. But I've also seen like this one giant star in the middle and all these stars around it supporting it. I've seen it as a support system. You are not alone. I've also seen it as giving back what you take, you know.
Oh, that's nice.
An equal balance of giving and receiving, because she's taking from the pond and giving to the earth, and all, you know, it's full circle.
I mean, it's just so serene and so peaceful and so it's like it is like recovery. It really is like a sort of what do they call it, a retreat, isn't it? That is how it feels to me.
Yeah, and a major, you know, we've got a retreat in the swords, we've got that Four of Swords, and we've got other retreats, but this is a major healing process.
And I just feel that everybody in their life, at some point, you hear yourself say, I really need a break, whatever that means to the individual. And this is the universe giving you that break, or you taking that break, you know, and just indulging in that break. And, you know, like holidays, I think you call them vacations.
Yes.
And of course, I used to work in a travel agent like a long time ago, and I realized the importance of holidays. You know, like when you're working so hard, you need to really be able to kind of switch off and just kind of like have a complete gear change. It's not necessarily an indulgence. It's almost like necessary.
It's a recharge. I mean, obviously,
some people will never, you know, I'm thinking of like some people who live really terrible lives. A holiday is just not an option. It's not even a consideration. But I don't think there is, you know, if you're lucky enough to sort of have a life that allows for it, even if it's a modest holiday, I think it's important to take it, you know.
It gives you that ability to recharge. And I've seen this in so many, a lot of readings where people are frazzled or at their last step, you know, say, I need a break. I did one just the other day where it was like, you have to convince somebody that they don't have to just constantly go, 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 go. That sometimes, especially in young mothers with infants,
Oh my God.
Sometimes it's okay to get somebody else to take over for a minute so you can put your thoughts to back together, because you're working at half capacity when you're frazzled.
Yes.
So if you get that recharge, if you get that moment to breathe, and the support that goes with it, you come back at full capacity. That's why we have
It's better for
vacations.
everybody, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
mean,
I feel that with this particular image, I have said go and treat yourself, go to a spa, go and have a
definitely a spa
massage.
day.
Yeah, all that sort of thing. It's very easy to see that in this card.
And
I,
I have seen, don't be afraid to show your vulnerability. You don't have to be so armored, that you can be yourself. You don't have to hide
yeah,
the weakness, or not the weakness, the soft spots within you.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it like that as well.
I've also seen this card where, although it doesn't show it in this Rider-Waite, it's a shame it doesn't show it. Maybe she had to paint it in. I know she painted the whole deck in quite a short amount of time, but it's almost like looking into a mirror and liking what you see back.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I just think this person is very accepting of who they are. You know, they're not hiding from themselves, because I just feel it's reflective, that like the environment.
With you saying that, I could even see that as comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there's so many body image issues going around right now. It's like
Yeah,
you've got an ounce of fat on you, and you feel ugly type of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, it is sort of just nice to be in a place where you can just be exactly yourself, and you have no reason to feel self-conscious whatsoever, because you're not answerable to anyone apart from yourself and maybe the universe.
Yeah, that's it. And
You haven't got to impress anyone.
I've gotten her as card position 8 a lot in my life,
Have
about how
you?
what the influence other people have on you, or what the other people card. She comes
Yeah.
up so much, and I just have to laugh, because to me that's like, this is who supports you. The freaking universe supports you. This is something you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can't help but see her like that, especially if she comes up in card position 8. That this was something you were born to do.
Yeah. And again, then we get the kind of like the popular definition of the word star. It's like, in life, certain people are shine out as stars in whatever capacity, they where they are. It's like you stand out. It's like in that constellation there is one star that stands out as the star.
Yep.
But I kind of like think the card could also represent that you are going to be, or you are a star in your field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like
Yeah.
that.
And it just is what it is. Whether it's saying that's what you're going to be, or what you are already, or maybe you used to feel like you were a star, or however, wherever it comes up, but it can literally mean the word that's on it
Yes, it can.
if it's relevant.
There's just a whole lot that it's usually very positive. I
Yeah.
know today's society really, really freaking annoys me, because people who do feel like they're a star, or want to be a star, are put in their places. So there are people who will read it negatively. I think they're just jealous. I don't
How can
know.
you read it negatively?
Because you don't feel like anybody deserves that. I mean, maybe your own self-esteem is so low that you can't possibly imagine that anybody else's could be high enough to shine. I don't know. Or
I find
maybe,
this card actually really hard to read in a negative way, even in reverse?
Even in reverse, mainly in reverse, the worst negative way I can see it at this moment is self-destructive body image.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
Or you're just not kind of giving yourself a break. You're not taking the time out for yourself that you need. You need to chill out more.
Yeah. Or overindulging in the vacations.
Yeah, you're spending too much time down at the spa.
Yeah. Not giving back as much as you take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not a terrible. It's hard to read it in a terrible way, even in reverse. It's just not.
I could see it as this to me can be a super harsh card in the reverse. I can see it as devoid of all hope,
Oh yeah,
bordering on the suicidal, or bordering on
right.
the lost despair, because they have no way, they see no way out of a situation that they're in, or how to fix something, and no support at all to do so from themselves or outside of themselves. So this one to me in the reverse can be super, super harsh. And that's when I would like, let's see how we can fix this. What is missing? But
Yeah,
upright, it's almost impossible for me to
lovely.
see that as a negative thing.
Yeah,
Unless, like, I love the way you said, what about if we were asking for advice of what to stay away from? Naked women.
you could, yeah,
No.
you could say be careful if you're sort of wandering around naked. You don't know who's watching you. I don't know. I mean, it's so nice.
Well,
It's
if
just
it
so nice.
maybe false hope. In
False
reverse, I
hope.
would think she would be false hope, or could be. But upright, if we were asking what to stay away from
Yeah.
for advice, but
What
maybe
to stay
false hope,
away from. Um,
or what to watch out for. Could even be your support system is not as supportive as you think they are.
could be. I mean, I suppose it depends on the situation, the overall situation. Because I am sort of feeling it's like she's getting into the bath or something, or she's getting into, she looks like I know she's kneeling at the edge of it, but if you're saying what to stay away from, water, like don't go stay, it might be saying stay away from water, don't go swimming at the moment or something, I don't know.
Oh, it very well could be. Long as we say at the moment, because we don't want
Yeah.
to keep them away from water for the rest of their life. And that kneeling at the bathtub, I'm still afraid of my bathtub in this place we live in now. It's very high. It's set on
Oh,
top of the floor instead of in the floor. And the first week we were here, I bought a bath mat, no slip bath mat, and
okay.
it rushed up, and I grabbed the shower curtain, and the shower curtain was just a pole that was between the walls. It didn't, and I went down out of the bathtub. I fell asleep because I have the narcolepsy with cataplexy. I fall asleep when I get scared now.
Oh
And I
no.
just bounced and bounced. And that's the first time, usually when I fall like that, because I fell asleep, I go boneless. I don't bruise or get hurt at all. But this time it was such a limited space that oh man, my shoulder was
Oh
black.
my God.
And I'm still afraid of that bathtub.
Oh, well, there you
I'm
go. So that could apply then.
Yeah,
Be careful of the bath that you don't slip or something,
yeah.
or wet floors.
So
Maybe
that could be
if it
strong
was
advice.
relevant, if it felt like it was relevant to the rest of the reading, like
Yeah.
might,
You got anything else to
it
say about
could
her
be
right now?
saying,
Oh,
be careful. I mean, you don't know who the reading is for, but this does apply to certain people. But be careful if anyone's got any photos of you that are naked, that they're not going to post them up. I mean, it could. I'm just.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So as a what to stay away from advice, or even a reversal, that would fit.
Yeah.
That would fit.
If it was sort of answering a sort of a difficult question, like what do I need to be aware of? I mean, if it was a relationship thing, it might be saying there's another woman who he's very attracted to, or something like that.
And okay, we got this little ibis back here, or ibis. I'm not sure how to say that. I've only ever read it. And it's watching her.
Yes.
And in the upright position, I would think it's got her back. It's making
Yes.
sure nothing hurts her. But in the reverse position, that could be super stalkery.
Yeah. I mean, if you
surveillance.
look deeply enough into any of these cards, you will find the kind of the shadow side or whatever of them.
Yeah, everything has a shadow
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But I'm inclined to see her as really, really happy to see her up in the upright. I mean, she's
Definitely
beautiful.
so. Yeah, definitely so. No, she's gorgeous.
Let's see. Do you have anything more to say about her before I go on to the other cards?
I don't. No, she just makes me feel kind of relaxed and serene and good, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's another. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. So relaxed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be told to just relax. So
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one that you brought.
Well, so this is from the movie tarot, and this is one of the few cards in this deck where I actually know the movie that this is all about. This is Judy Garland in A Star Is Born. And obviously there is the modern version of the same film with Lady Gaga, but she rises, you know, she rises to becoming a big star, you know. So it literally is A Star Is Born. So they've been very kind of a little bit corny with this, because let's face it, you don't get to be much of a bigger star than Judy Garland,
right?
You know? She's an absolute legend, you know. But she had her demons, as we all know, you know, and in the actual movie of A Star Is Born, it was kind of like basically she gets involved with this guy, and he is already a star, and she's just a sort of a singer in a bar in a nightclub. But he has a massive drinking problem, and she becomes his support system, but she also becomes the biggest star than he is. You know, it's quite a moving sort of story. Like the whole thing, the Lady Gaga version of it is very good. It's really worth seeing it, like the film. But just bringing it right back to basics and simplicity, Judy Garland is a big, bright, shining, legendary star. And I'm sure that kind of like if you were walking down that street in Hollywood where you've got all their names in the pavement and everything, she's got to be one of the biggest ones there.
Yeah.
She has to be.
She has to be.
Yeah, you know, so the card sort of like speaks for itself, really. But it's like despite everything with her own personal kind of like issues and problems, she's an unforgettable star.
Yeah. I love how they went with that.
And it's interesting that with the follow on from the tower, because you don't have to live a life of cotton wool balls, as Dean was saying. That keeps sort of coming back to me. You know, you don't have to sort of like live the perfect life where everything goes perfectly in order to become a star. You can emerge as a star through any sort of difficulties. If you've got that star quality thing going on, it will kind of, you know, it will glow when the time is right.
True. That is so true.
And you'll always be somebody's star. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be the star of the world, but to somebody, you are their shining star.
And Paul's shining star, so I'm okay with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
If that's all I ever amount to, that's enough a mountain
Oh,
for sap, right?
right. What have we got now? What have we got coming up now?
This is one, and I bought a whole tarot deck because of this beautiful star from the Tarot de la Nuit. I had to have it. Doesn't she look like Joanna?
Oh my God, she does. She does.
I mean,
Gretel, look at that card.
Oh my God, that's Joanna.
yes.
I'm going to say hello, Gretel.
Hey, Gretel. Doesn't that look exactly like
Does look like
Joanna?
Joanna.
And
Oh, that is just gorgeous. That's lovely.
this was before I had met Joanna, but now I love her even more because she looks, I swear to God, Joanna posed for that star.
Oh my God.
But I needed the whole, I loved this card. And this was one deck. I like 2 cards, and you've seen them. The Emperor, that hot, sexy Emperor, and this beautiful star. The rest of the cards don't speak to me at all. So it's a useless deck. Make sure you look at all the cards before you buy a deck, people, because it really, really helps. Although I think for her, I would have bought the deck.
She's gorgeous. This is one for the picture gallery, isn't it, on the wall?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
All your favorite tarot cards from every deck. You created a deck and you had all of them framed, and you had a room of 78 pictures that were your absolute favorites from different decks.
She would be on the wall. She would
absolutely
totally be on the wall. You had to show that to Joanna for me.
Oh, I definitely will. Yeah. No, that is fantastic.
But she's the absolute most beautiful star card I've ever seen anywhere.
Yeah. Oh no, that's amazing.
This.
Yes, I can't resist this little deck. It just keeps coming. So once again, the whole eyes of the universe are upon her. That tattoo, help me out here. What is it? It
looks like an upside down glass.
It does.
But the water isn't falling out of it. It's staying in the glass.
Is it ice? I
Maybe.
don't know. It's very weird. It's very, very weird, that tattoo. But her arms are like fish that are pouring out water.
And she has gills on her head and a fish tail.
She's a mermaid.
She is.
She is a mermaid. And it's kind of like you've got that wild waterfall on the one side. It's just so busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This one would take me some real contemplating before I could read it, but I do love it. It's just, I don't understand it.
What are the balls on the right? Like there's 2 red and a blue ball.
I don't know. It almost looks like on the right it's a road, like a man-made road. Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense of the balls. It's just that there's like tracks.
Yeah, I don't understand that part of the card. I don't understand I don't even know if that is an upside down glass. And I certainly don't understand the fish arms, but I bet once we understood it, it would speak volumes.
I'm starting to get the eyes more in this deck. Just the fact that we are not alone a lot of the time. It's kind of, it might be the heavens that are looking down on us, but we are accountable in a way, I'm kind of, things are seen, and it's kind of also like we're part of nature, and it's kind of, like the volcano is alive. The volcano kind of is aware of you. Yeah. I think there's sort of an awareness somehow that is happening from outside of you.
And I think that part of it too is we are using a divinatory tool to see things, to open our
Yeah,
vision. So I think that's part of why the eyes are on there, to help us open our eyes to the answers.
yeah.
I don't know. I ain't got no answers with this card
It's
though.
very much telling you to look, like keep looking, you know.
Yeah.
I did like it though.
It is beautiful. I truly couldn't understand it at first glance.
The one thing I am still equally bewildered about is that glass or whatever that is, that tattoo.
Wow. Wow.
And you've got the star there, haven't you, on the tattoo?
Yeah. Let me pull her back up again. You sure do. Right above it. And rain.
Yeah. You've got the star and the kind of everything around it.
Yep. I don't know. I do not know. We have to bring Anna Luisa in. She might be able to decipher this for us. I did promise an everyday enchantment. And this is directly, like I was saying, directly after that tower card. And this young girl with her water bottle and her cup helping the
and
people.
She's got that star on her t-shirt.
Yes.
Wow.
And reaching out to help all those people who were in that disaster with that beautiful smile and that compassion in her eyes. Poppy Palin is such a phenomenal artist to capture that compassion. The bricks buried underneath the rubble and the hands reaching out to her, and she don't look upset or frazzled. She's just like, I'm here, I got you.
No, that is a gorgeous star.
Yeah, I love that one. That deck.
Brilliant.
I need to do that deck of the week.
Yeah, definitely. And use that card for my reading.
I saved this for last. As much as I love the Nuit, it's my favorite star visually, but this from you is my favorite star, period.
This is just so real, isn't it? It's just
that's so why
simple, and it's just so there's no glamour about it, or there's no kind of trying to be a star, or you know, just trying to look like somebody that you're not. It's just, she is a star, and
she is beautiful. She's real.
Yeah.
Yep. That is, and she's holding the stars in her hand.
Yep.
And her face, she looks so sad. She looks sad, but she's still going.
I think she's lovely.
I love that she used a real person.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And she didn't even take her to you know, like, that is a beautiful Caribbean island with like lovely beaches and lovely sort of, you know, we've seen photos of it. She took her to a very, very plain wall with a kind of, I don't know, like, there's nothing glamorous about the environment. It's just all about the actual woman. The woman is the star. Like, even though, you know, that it's hung up the little sort of symbols to represent the constellation, but the woman is just gorgeous, isn't she? I mean,
she is stunningly beautiful because she is so natural. Exactly. And to have the confidence, because real bodies, you see the airbrush bodies and the perfect bodies, those don't exist much past 17. They just don't. Real bodies are real bodies.
She's very earthy.
And she accepts who she is.
Totally.
For the whole world to see.
And we've interviewed Alice, you know, if anyone hasn't seen it, like, we've interviewed Alice about this deck, and, you know, she had kind of like people turning up every day auditioning for her to kind of be whoever she chose to be in the photo. And I think she could not have chosen a better, what you call, model
I
for
agree.
the star card.
I love that. I
You
love
know,
that. I'd have to have 2 star cards on my wall, Mandy, because
yeah,
I do love that. That's a beautiful picture.
yeah, yeah. It did stand out for me. So, so there we have it. Like, you know, the kind of like the card of being a star, or the card of taking a break, the card of, you know, the energy of just kind of like relax, chill, recover, serenity, all of that stuff, all wrapped up in the star card.
Yeah. You are not alone.
No.
You're not alone in learning this stuff. We're here for you, right?
And I think everybody deserves to be a star at some point in their life. They deserve to know what that feels like. Like, in that moment, I just feel like a star. It doesn't matter what you different people will do different things, but you know, if just to feel like, you know, that you are, I am who I am, you know, it's that whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm going to love you and leave you, because I have an early start tomorrow. So that was very nice. That was very painless, doing the star card.
after the tower, we needed some pain-free moments.
Yeah. And I've got to say, I'm really looking for my dog. I'm really looking forward to the moon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's next.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
See you at
Like,
the moon.
subscribe. How do you say
Yeah.
all that jazz? I'm stealing Mandy's line.
Bye for now.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for engaging with us. Please like, subscribe and share. To book a personal, in-depth reading and to learn more about our incredible courses in tarot and astrology, please visit our website www.thepomegranate.grove.com.